Hi there, and thanks for taking your time to actually watch my video. This video is going to be about how I'm going about promoting a business that I'm involved with. If you want to know more about the business that I'm involved with, you can check out the link that'll be down below it. But I actually work for a company called Savings Global Highway. They basically give really good benefits on holidays, insurance, obviously most of the household items that you buy and pay for anyway. Yeah, so if you're interested in knowing more about that business, obviously just check out the link below. But I'm going to talk about this video is primarily about what I'm doing to actually get people to look at my business opportunity. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I've been involved. I'm involved with different networks, but obviously you need to, these opportunities that people join, you need to go about obviously recruiting and getting people, well, initially getting eyes to actually look at the opportunity that you're involved with. So I'm going to talk about what I've been doing today, just to get people to look at my my business. Yeah. Now, the business that I'm involved with, one of the businesses that I'm involved with, Savings Global Highway, like all these companies, they have like a page where you can actually send people to obviously view the business, and obviously then they can make an informed decision. But the secret to success is actually getting people to actually look at that page in the first place. Yeah, because I've had people that have come into my business and, you know, they see like the opportunity, they see obviously, you know, what you can do with it, but and they sign up, but they choose not to promote it. Well, that's not going to work for any network business, that network marketing business that you're involved with. If you don't actually take the time daily really to try and go about getting eyes on your opportunity, well then people ain't going to join. Yeah, so what I do, or one of the things I do, I've spoke about other methods in other videos, but what I actually do, and I do this daily alongside my main source of income, which you'll know if you've seen it in my videos. I do lead generation for home improvement companies. But what I do, and what I'm actually out and about doing now, which is prompting me to make this video, is I actually use drop cards. When I say drop cards, I don't actually drop them. Sometimes I kind of leave them in like a strategic place in a shop, but I do a lot of putting cards on windscreens, going around car parks, and basically, you know, basically just obviously putting my business out there so people can actually view it. So I'm just going to show you an example of my card. That's the card that I've been using for years, yeah? www.dumpyourboss.co.uk. Now with that, my card, I can change where that actually goes to. If I'm promoting like I'm promoting at the moment, I'm going hard and promoting my Global Savings Highway business. I've put in more mind and more effort into it. I can send my prospects, anyone that's looking to earn money, I can send them, if they so desire, to obviously go and view that link. Now when they go on that link, they're prompted, sometimes they're prompted to enter their information, and they basically enter their name, or it might be their name and their email, and then they get access to a video that explains what I'm actually doing, yeah, what the company is that I'm doing. And sometimes that works. Obviously people want to know what you're doing, and they'll go to your website, they'll enter their details, and then they can view the business. At least that way, if you do it that way, when they enter their name and their email, you've kind of got their details if you want to follow up with them. Yeah, so I've tested it both ways. Both way works. Yeah, sometimes I've done it where they can actually view the opportunity in its entirety, and they basically haven't got to enter their details. But I can also do it where they have to enter their name and like their email, sometimes their phone number. Some of my capture pages, I've even got a phone number as well. But it's kind of like hit and miss. I don't want to say I know exactly the best way of doing it, because I think it's something which, you know, it's difficult to know. People look on your site, they choose to enter their details. Some people just want to know what you're doing, and they might come back at a later date. But the only problem with that is that if you don't have like a lead capture page, and they then choose to come back and look at it at a later date, well, they might sign up with someone else. So obviously you've done the hard work, you've got people to look at the business, but they've not actually come in through your link, yeah? But yeah, what you need to be doing with these cards, is leaving them places, yeah? It's no good having these cards printed and leaving them in the boot of your car, yeah? I'm out all the time. I mean, like I say, I actually work for a block paving company, and I do very well. I basically get leads for a company, and they pay me good money for the leads when the leads sell, and they often do. So, but when I'm out and about, I'm still looking. I'm almost like a radar. I'm looking for people who look like they know. You're looking for the person that looks like does he look like he's got something in him that, or in her, that could obviously where they could do the business? Are they how are they dressed? Do they look like they're approachable? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously this person, if you give a leaflet to this person and they decide to join your business, well, you have to ask yourself, do you want them in your business? Yeah, because obviously they're going to be part of your team. You don't want tire kickers. You don't want people who are just going to drag you down. You want to look for people who kind of look like they're hungry for success. Sometimes, again, I'm going back on what I'm saying, it's difficult to judge. Some people that have come into my business at the outset, I honestly didn't think that they were going to do that great. I didn't think they had the motivation, but I kind of inspired them a little bit. I helped them get going, and they're doing okay. So, my governor years ago, when I first started selling windows, and I first started, talking to people and kind of like, trying to get these leads out of people, I remember my old governor saying to me, he said, Colin, he said, do not prejudge anyone. Don't prejudge and think, have they got the money or haven't they not got the money? Don't prejudge, would they be good at the business or not be good at the business? I think you need to let the cards do what they're supposed to. Let people go to the page and let them view the business. Yeah, let them decide. You don't want to be a person. Years ago, when I first started doing network marketing, I chased people in my own family, chasing them down. Can you look at this page? Can you look at this? Can you look at that? Yeah, and when people say you can lose friends and family, I mean, I never did, but I honestly believe you probably could. So now, with businesses that I'm involved with now, I don't really get involved with anyone in my family. Yeah, I basically just I do it externally. I talk to people on LinkedIn. But my main thing that I do is I use drop cards. Yeah, I use drop cards. The business that I'm involved with, one of the businesses I'm involved with currently that I'm promoting, is in over 140 countries. It's a global business. It helps people save money. It helps people make money. So what I do is I actively promote that. And when I'm out and about, and I'm talking to people, and they say to me, what is it you do? I'm straight with people. I say, well, do you know what? I actually, I make a lot of money generating leads for other companies. Yeah? And they say, oh, well, how does that work? And I kind of give them a little idea of what I do. But I actually say to them, but in all honesty, I do something else along the side. I do it alongside my main income. And they say, what's that? And I say to them, I actually work for a multi-level marketing company. that introduces and sells all its products through independent distributors, and I am one of them people. And then sometimes they'll say, well, how do you do that, Nick? Tell me what it's about. And I'll say to them, do you know what? It's a bit involved. Rather than telling you what it's all about and me spending 20 minutes with you, can you just look at my card? Now, I've said that to loads of people, and they probably go home and they don't even bother to go online and look at the business. It's impossible to trace how many people decide. You know, I've never sat and worked it out how many cards I put out to what response I get. I don't do it like that. Yeah, and I don't think you need to be spending time doing that either. I think if you come into a business, a network marketing business, whether it's whether you decide to join me in my business, whether you join another business, don't concentrate on, you know, oh, I've put out 100 cards today and no one's left their details on my lead capture page. Yeah, don't think about that, because the person that you've give a card out to today, they might come into your business in a year's time from that same card. Yeah, and I know that's the case because it's happened with me. Yeah, it's happened with me. Yeah, don't always focus on what's happening today. Yeah, when you're involved in any network marketing company, you need to understand that you're networking, your network marketing your business today, but it could be for your business in the future. Yeah, so, you know, don't get despondent if you don't get a result right away. That's what I'm trying to say. Years ago, a quick story, with my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is a carpenter and joiner. He's a very good carpenter and joiner, and he went quiet. He was constantly relying on other builders to actually give him work. And I was always saying to him, why don't you actually go and get your own work? What, you keep working for all these subbies? Anyway, I told him what to do. He got some leaflets done. We had a chat about what he was going to put on there, and then he basically went out putting them out. And I'll never forget, he rang me about 3 or 4 days later, and he said to me, no one's rung me. And I said to him, well, I said, don't worry about that, Mike. I said, just, you know, keep putting them out. And he went and got some more done, and he was putting them out. And I can't remember exactly how long it took, but I know that he started getting work. And I think the first job he got was a set of fitted wardrobes, about £3,000. Now, that all come about because you put a leaflet through someone's door. Yeah, and it's the same with any network marketing business that you're doing. Yeah, you need to let people know what you're doing. You've either got to give them, you've either got to tell them, ask them for their email so you can send them some information, ask them for their mobile phone number, so I can send you a text link which explains the opportunity, or get them to visit your website, yeah, your lead capture page website. And if you don't want to spend loads of money on one, I mean, my one, I think I'll pay about £20 a month for. You can get a free lead capture site at Wix. You can, I had one before years ago when I first started. You know, you can get these, you can build them yourself. It ain't difficult to do. But if you want something a bit more professional looking, I suggest you use, check out the link below, and then you can see there's a link on it to my capture page that obviously if you want to obviously get the same software. But it's all about putting yourself out there. Try and put yourself, if you're in a business like this, you might be in a business that's product based, like a nutrition, you might be in like legal services or whatever you're in. All these companies, the top earners, the people who do well, they are either buying leads. Yeah, they're either buying leads, probably paying like £3, £2, $3 for a lead, depending on the lead source, or they are doing what I do generally, and that is I basically spend a bit of time daily getting people to visit my capture page. Yeah, Anybody that comes in my business, well, as well, like I say, the link will be down below. I'll help you. I mean, I've got different domain names that I use. I had a guy in a business years ago, and he didn't want to spend no money, so I said to him, if you get some leaflets done, I can sort you out a domain name. And I was basically forwarding my domain name to his lead capture page. Yeah, so you know, I'll help you. I won't do it for you because obviously I'm busy doing my own job. You know, I've got my own job where I'm getting leads for like this block paving landscaping company. I'm helping my son. He's recently started doing his own stoneware, making concrete garden ornaments, and I'm helping him with that. So I'm helping him promote that. And obviously I've got my other businesses that I do, which obviously are, you know, need promoting. Otherwise they will just stand still. Yeah. So yeah, check out the link below if you want to know about what I'm doing. If you don't and you're already in a business, then do what I'm telling you. Take the time to do like a daily action. I did a video years ago. You know, even if you say to yourself, I'm only going to put out 20 cards a day, yeah? 20 cards a day, right? Or you could say to yourself, I'm going to put out 10 cards today. The next day I'm going to put out 11. The next day I'm going to put out 12. And you could make a bit of a game of it, so as it's not, you know, obviously it can be boring, but I'm sat in a well-known DIY car park at the minute. And I've just been and put out about 200 cards. I think it probably took me about 3/4 of an hour. But why wouldn't I do it? It's for my business. It's for my benefit. It's for my family's benefit. Yeah, when my organisation gets bigger and I start earning more money, you know, the business that I'm involved with, you know, you can obviously leave it to your family. Do you know what I mean? It's an income. Why wouldn't you work hard for yourself when you're probably spending 35, 40 hours a week working hard for someone else, yeah? Check out the link below. I hope this video, if you're involved in networking, I hope it inspires you to do more. Check out some of my other videos. You'll see some of the other ways I actually get leads as well. Thanks for your time. If you do decide to check out my link and join, then great. I'll do what I can to help you. If you're in a business and like I say, you need inspiration, check out some of my other videos. Thanks for your time, and please consider subscribing.